especially offensive and defensively. They need to make a big step this week.
Oh, absolutely. You never know what you're going to get going into week one. You don't have any film on anybody yet except for previous years, new players. But I'll just echo kind of what you said. South's going to come out and they're going to give 110%.
Hey, upsets are always possible. I remember as I was watching a television program yesterday, Notre Dame lost to Marshall last year.
Correct.
Marshall. There's always a possibility. So when you're talking about high school sports, there's always a possibility of upsets. If you don't show up, you're going to get beat. I just have a sneaking hunch that the Sheridan Broncs, we don't have to worry about them not showing up. By the way, Cheyenne South won the toss. They deferred, so the Sheridan Broncs will have the football first. And my friends, don't go anywhere because when they line up to kick this bad boy off, fireworks can happen with our special teams. We've known that. I've said that kind of for years. It's like, don't go anywhere on these punts and kickoffs because something big might happen. Get ready because it might happen right now. Dane Steele had a marvelous game last week. I think he had over 100 yards receiving. Return game is pretty special, and just wait and see. Now, most of the kickers I love, even you don't get down to even 1A kickers. Soccer, the sport of soccer, has developed kickers over the years. I think we see most kickers now in 4A football kick it out of the back of the end zone, most of them. And it's because of soccer.
Absolutely.
They've learned how to swing it. You learn how to swing it and kick it. And it's so the return game last week, the Broncs got a big return. The Cheyenne Central kicker is a super kicker and punter. He missed one last week by about 2 yards. And the dang thing got returned, and it's like, you know what? If you give them a chance, they're going to burn you.
Right, and that kicker is ranked number 4 in the nation.
Yeah, he's going big time.
Oh, yeah.
His punts last week, and I was talking with Jeff Mowry about it, this Pedersen kid from Cheyenne Central. He punted last week, and those kicks were next level.
Really?
I mean, immediately you could tell they were college punts, and Jeff said the same thing. They were big, high-booming spirals that he was turning over, and Jeff said after the second kick, he goes, that kid's going to get a Division I scholarship somewhere because he could really boom it. So I think our officials lied to us. The Sheridan Broncs are going to kick off to Cheyenne South.
No?
So,
okay.
Well, you know what? We got wrong information. Our referee gave us some false information at the beginning, and so it's going to be Gilbertson. Todd Gilbertson going to boot it away to Cheyenne South, and here's the opening kick, and it's a low smoking kick, and it's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line, and there's not a whole lot of running room there. South will have it about the 20-yard line.
Not bad coverage on the kick.
You know what? I don't mind the squib so much. You just can't really get a good return out of it. South, I think they're going to put him. Are they going to put him on the 20, 21?
Oh, we got a flag down
Already?
Yep. Looks like it's going to be holding against South.
We didn't have. What was amazing is the first game of the year for teams. You think you're going to have a lot of false starts, maybe a lot of grab. You'll have some holding. Last week it was pretty clean. I was really surprised, and sometimes I think a lot of times when we see that, it depends on the crew that you have. So we're hoping we're not going to see a lot of yellow on the field. So South is going to get backed up immediately. This holding call or block in the back is going to go back to the 11-yard line. And that's where Cheyenne South will start off with the ball. Oseas Garcia is the starting quarterback for the Cheyenne South Bison as the Broncs dig in. First play from scrimmage of the ball game. No score on the range scoreboard. And here we go. 1st and 10 for South from their own 11. And Garcia will go out of the gun. 2 wides in the set, and they'll go with 2 tight ends. And straight handoff up the middle for maybe a yard. And on the carry, I didn't see who got the ball that time. You got a little guy, but I'll tell you what, Cheyenne South's front's pretty good size. Yeah, and you got a little guy hiding behind there, and I don't know if that was Damian Pino or not. Let's take a look here. And it was Pino, and he'll line up in the backfield with Garcia. 2nd and 9 for the Bison, and it'll be the quarterback Garcia keeping it over the left side to about the 15-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Bison.
Picked up just a couple more yards. That was a direct snap to the quarterback, and he just ran it right up the middle.
Again, just underway, no score. First series of the ball game. A beautiful night. It's just a little bit toasty for football, but wind is dead calm, and we'll take that for sure. And last week at Cheyenne, overcast skies, cool weather, and no wind. It was almost like a miracle happened. It was a miracle. So 3rd down and 6 for Cheyenne South from their own 15-yard line. And Garcia to throw. Looking in trouble. Now it's chuck and duck time. It was well overthrown. He just threw that one away. Nice play by the quarterback. You know, sometimes high school quarterbacks try to fit something in there that's not there. You're better off just throwing it and punting it. And that time it was Garcia just unloaded that thing. Good coverage by the Bronx. And South will punt. And we'll see Keelan Anderson. He does all their kicking and punting and place kicking. And he will hit this from he's going to hit it from inside his own 10-yard line. And Dane Steele is back. And they stand right at their own 45-yard line. Dane and Cody Dunham to return this punt. And a lot of heat kick away. It's a beauty. Going to drive Steele back to his own 34-yard line. He comes back at the 45 midfield, 45-40. Got a lane.
Look out.
He's going to go. Bronx touchdown, Dane Steele. This is going to go 61 yards. Make that 69 yards on the punt return. Well, I said when the return game starts, don't go anywhere. Boy, did he have a lane down the sidelines. Once he got to midfield, Ryan, it was over.
It was gone. And I just got word that we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty with the live stream on SheridanMedia.com. If you're trying to watch it, go ahead and refresh, and everything should be up and going now.
Awesome, but 69-yard return, and Gilby on for the extra point. Ty Gilbertson. High snap, kick away, kick up, and kick good. No good.
No
it was
good.
The snap that did it. 6-0 Bronx. 10-10 to go opening quarter on the Range scoreboard. You're listening to Bronx football on 1410 KWY on 106.9 FM.
Put a little spice in your day with a stop at Farmers Co-op for an order of their new hot samosa sticks and or jalapeno poppers. Like many of the other deli favorites, these little bites of awesomeness are cooked to order in about 5 minutes. They're great by themselves, or pair them with a new chicken tender sandwich and a cold drink for one of the best lunches in town. Oh yeah, you can spice things up at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffee and Avenue in Sheridan.
Hi, this is Bernie Spielman with Steeple Investments, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
They already have the lead, Ryan, and you have special teams like that. When you can get the lead and your offense hasn't even been out there, and it's just uncanny how the last 15, 16 years, this has just been a devastating weapon for this football team.
Well, I was just going to say,
just devastating.
Year after year after year, their special teams just comes through, and looks like this year,
Same thing. Dane Steele, one touchdown, 6-0 Bronx. And the kick is boomed away, and this will be out of the back of the end zone for a touchback as Gilby bombs it out of the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South from their own 20-yard line. Wow.
Good kick.
You know, just the punt returns and the kick returns are stunning. After a while, I'm just, you know, as I say, don't go anywhere. Don't go get a hot dog. Don't go to the kitchen. Don't go to the bathroom.
Well, and my thought on it is they've been doing this for years, and teams still can't figure out how to stop it.
I'll tell you what, I tell my punter and kicker, just kick it out of bounds. Give them field position. Let's go. I don't know what you do. But, I mean, that was untouched for 66 yards for Dane. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South at their own 20. And Garcia will go back to work for the Bison. Pino in the backfield with him. On 1st down, it's going to be Pino up the middle. And it's going to be, it took him a while to get him down. He's only going to gain maybe a yard, maybe 2. Wasn't a whole lot there. He hit the middle of that, and he stayed on his feet, but didn't go anywhere. I can give him a pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for Cheyenne South.
Looked like it was Dominic Berrettini coming up from his safety position to make that tackle.
It's just going to be tough sled tonight. You're going to run inside.
Sheridan's defensive line has some size to it.
And great speed as the linebacker spots as well, side to side. 2nd and 8 for the Bison from their own 22. Garcia gets a high snap, going to keep it running left. It hit in the backfield, spun down. He's going to lose 3 or 4. The Bronx defensive line just destroyed the line of scrimmage on that play.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed.
Joshua Davis came through that offensive line and was in the backfield.
Yeah, they blew up the line of scrimmage, and Garcia had nowhere to go. And actually, they're going to give him forward progress actually to the line of scrimmage before they drove him back. Actually, no, they're not. Our down marker hasn't moved yet.
There we go.
A loss of 4 on the play. 3rd and 12 for the – I was going to say, what are they barking at there for? 3rd and 12 now for the Bison, back inside their own 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, now you got to throw, and it's dangerous. 3 wides of the set for the Bison. Let's see if the Bronx go after the quarterback. Garcia, long count here. And flag cost him 5.
Yep, delay a game.
And you got it. So now it's 3rd and really long. It'll be 3rd and 17. You're going in the wrong direction. I don't know if there was confusion. If to me it looked like Garcia. I don't know if he was looking at the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the play didn't get in quick enough.
Yeah,
or...
but it was like he called. It was almost like they were going to start the play a couple of times. And now it's 3rd and 17, back inside the 15-yard line. Garcia to throw, looking, chucking it deep, and it is going to be picked off by the Bronx. Oh, this has got a chance to be a touchdown, and it is.
Ty Gilbertson
with the score.
Pick 6.
The ball was underthrown, and 2 minutes after they scored on the punt return, Gilby in the end zone with a pick 6.
Sheridan has yet to run an offensive play.
And the offense has not been on the field, and they leave 12-0. I thought he was going to go deep, and it was well underthrown, and Gilbertson just stepped into it. Now Ty will just step in there and kick the point after.
Let's see if we can get the snap down on this one.
Now, the snap blew the first extra point. It was a little bit high. This one's right on the money. The kick is up, and the kick is good. With 8:10 to go, the Bronx have scored twice in the span of 2 minutes. They lead 13-0 on the Rage scoreboard. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYL and 106.9 FM.
At Sunlight Federal Credit Union, we know how important convenience, time, and flexibility are for you. That's why we've joined the Co-op Shared Branching Network, which gives you access to your account at over 5,600 branches across all 50 states. That's just one more way we make Sunlight Federal Credit Union your branch for your funds, no matter what you're doing or where you're at. Join Sunlight Federal Credit Union today and start experiencing the credit union difference.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Offense has not been on the field yet, and the Bronx lead 13-0. A 36-yard interception return for a touchdown by Ty Gilbertson, and the Bronx lead 13-0. And Ty ready to kick again. He might be busy tonight.
I was going to say he's been busy already.
Yeah. Well,
this is his 3rd kickoff, 2 extra points, and a pick 6.
I just thought Garcia had a deep receiver, but he threw it underneath, and the ball really sailed on him. And Gilbertson a high short kick. This might be returnable. And it'll bounce, and it's a live ball. It's going to be picked up by the return man. He'll be pounded out of bounds into 15. Boy, what a kick. That hit the 1-yard line and went straight up in the air. And he had to return it.
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to bounce over his head and into the end zone.
And it went straight up in the air. Well, the football could bounce a lot of different ways. And they will spot the ball at the 16-yard line for the Bison. So the night has started off, for the evening, by the way, started off very poorly for the Bison. Bronx with a punt return for a touchdown, a pick 6 for a touchdown. And the offense is like, we haven't been on the field yet. That's got to be a good feeling for Don Berrettini when he goes out there, the starting quarterback for the Bronx. They've spotted him a lead already. So here we go again. 1st and 10 for South at their own 16. As the Bronx jump on them fast. Snap the ball over Garcia's head. He's in trouble. He'll cover it inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line. Oh, boy. It's just going bad to worse. Doggone it. I said before the kickoff, I really do feel for the South program. And it just seems like, Ryan, you know this, when it just starts to kind of go, it just goes.
And not just for...
And I feel for him. I really do. I mean, it's you get the punt return, you get the pick, and then all of a sudden this happens. They snapped it over Garcia's head. It'll be 2nd and a mile from their own 2. They need to get a first down at their own 26. So it is 2nd and 24 from their own 3-yard line. And I'm telling you, the Bronx defense is going to be relentless. They're going after him.
Oh, sure.
And that's just the way it is. It's 4A football. This is Friday Night Lights. This isn't, slap and tickle at all. So Garcia will take the snap out of his own end zone. On 3rd and long inside the 5, going to run a jet sweep, and there's not much there.
Boy, the Bronx were waiting for that one.
Run a jet sweep to a wide receiver, and there was not much there. And actually, it'll be a gain to the 5, so a gain of 2. So 3rd and, 22 now?
That was Carson Chase that came up, made that tackle on the outside.
3rd and 21 for Cheyenne South. Well, you know what? Nothing crazy here. I think you just got to keep it vanilla and punt it, right?
Well, the yard mark.
Or you know what? Or you go for it and say, you know what? We got nothing to lose. You know what? Chuck and duck, baby.
Yeah, it's 3rd down.
3rd and long from their own 5-yard line. 3rd and 21. Garcia going to throw out of his own end zone. Now he's going to run. Has a little room. And he will be dropped, and it'll be a punt time for Cheyenne South as he gets out to the, 19-yard line. So that will give the punter, and that'll be Keelan Anderson to give him a little room anyway.
That was Taryn Grooms on the tackle. Gave him a little bit of breathing room. South has a little bit more room to operate on the punt.
And again, it's Dunham and Steele back to receive this kick, and they're standing about the same spot they did the first time when Steele returned it for 66 yards and a touchdown.
Yep, both right at about the 45-yard line.
Anderson gets the kick away. It's a boomer. Kicks it toward the sidelines and kicks it out of bounds. Good move. Bronx will have great field position. Probably right around midfield, I'm thinking. Let's see where this one sailed out of bounds. And they're going to say it will be the South. Oh, my goodness. The South 36-yard line. Wow. Well, they weren't taking any chances, but the problem is now the Bronx offense on the field is going to have it 1st and 10 on the South 36.
So with 5.5 minutes left in the quarter.
Slam it in. It's
first offensive possession for the Bronx.
Something, and they lead 13-0.
And they're up 13-0.
Something else. So the Bronx line up. Don Berrettini in the backfield with him. I believe that's going to be Naid Aguirre with him. It is Naid. 4 wides in the set. We'll see Taryn Grooms out there as well tonight. And Aid will go to the left side of Berrettini. One man comes in motion, and that will be the give, and it's going to be Dane Steele. I think, no, it's not Steele.
Nope, that's Wyatt Phillips.
Wyatt Phillips going to take it all the way inside the 15-yard line on that jet sweep to the 14. It was Phillips that came in motion. Boy, the Bronx just have such great speed, don't they? That's been the hallmark of Bronx football for the last dozen-plus years. Great speed. 1st and 10 at the South 14-yard line. And Aguirre will stay in the backfield with Berrettini. Berrettini going to roll to his right, looks to throw, unloads it underneath, got a man. It's going to be caught at about the 5-yard line. The Bronx will have it 1st and goal. And that was O'Leary making the catch. Aiden O'Leary. Aiden remember that play he made last year in Natrona County? Sealed the game.
It did.
With an interception. Interception at the end of the game sealed the victory at Natrona County last year. And it is 1st and goal for the Bronx at the Cheyenne South 4-yard line. And with under 5 minutes to go on the Range scoreboard of the first quarter, Bronx poised to score again here. Now the Bronx will go with 2 running backs along with Berrettini. And the give is going to go to Aguirre. Naid near the goal line is going to be stopped at the 1, it looks like. So second and goal for the 1.
Nope, first and goal. I think that was.
They did have a
Yep, that was second down.
they did have a chance at a first down.
Yep. So first and goal from the 2.
Well, this shouldn't take long. Gary again in the backfield with Dom Berrettini. Dom will take the snap, and it's going to be Dom keeping himself, and he'll go in and score. So Dom Berrettini gets a score tonight.
2-yard run.
$1 yard or 2 yards? Sorry.
2 yards.
2 yards. With 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. So in the span of less than 6 minutes, the Broncs have scored 3 times. A special teams, a defensive touchdown, and now an offensive touchdown. Well, that's the trifecta.
And that was a 45-second scoring drive.
Wow. Here's the kick from Gilby, and he knocks it through with 4:14 left in the opening quarter. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 20, Shine South nothing. You're listening to the Bronx on KWYO, 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, and our special live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
My name is Dominic Berrettini, number 11. I play quarterback.
My name is Aiden O'Leary. I'm number 15. I play wide receiver.
My name is Jackson Lynn. I'm number 16. I play wide receiver.
I'm Dane Steele. I'm number 3, and I play wide receiver.
My name is Taryn Grooms. I wear number 34, and I play running back.
My name is Nairi Landro Aguirre Quevedo, number 4, running back.
My name is Colin Custis. I'm number 50, and I play O-line.
My name is DJ Ellinger. I'm number 56, and I play O-line.
My name is Peyton Martineau, 63. I play O-line.
I'm Bridger Peldo. I'm number 65, and I play offensive line.
I'm Justice Lucas, and my number is 75, and I play left tackle.
This is the possibility of having this happen tonight. But, again, the Bronx, it's not about Shine South tonight for the Sheridan Bronx. It's about the Sheridan Bronx. It's about getting better because they've got games coming up. They are going to run the gauntlet. We talked about it last year. And Ryan, they were able to run the gauntlet last year and go undefeated, which I thought was they won the state championship, but what was impressive was going 12-0.
Absolutely.
Against some really good teams.
And they had a couple close ones.
Yeah, they had some tight games. Gilby bangs this one away out of the back of the end zone. South will have it at their own 20. The thing about it is, sometimes you have a team that totally dominates a season and they just win it. Last year was not the case. The Bronx had 3 or 4 games that were tight right down to the end. And even in the state championship game, they're down at halftime and had a big second half to win it.
Right. I remember opening night last year against Central. Won it on the last second field goal, And it just shows you that they don't give up,
So here we go. Cheyenne South, 1st and 10 on their own 20. 4 minutes still left in the opening quarter. It's 20-0 already, Sheridan Bronx. And they've scored all 3 ways. They got the trifecta tonight, special teams, defense, and offense. Garcia gets his guys ready to go again. 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South from their own 20. Garcia will take the snap, looks to throw over the middle, and this one will be incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of these younger Bronx, I have a feeling that they're going to see some playing time tonight.
Jeff and I talked earlier
which
this week.
Which will be great for them.
When we talked to Maury earlier this week, I said, you got guys going to be chomping at the bit on the sidelines going, I'm going to get some snaps this week. Don't worry. There's going to be a lot of fresh faces out there getting snaps in the second half if this continues, and I believe it's going to. I think the trend, I think the die has been cast,
yes,
as they say, and I think our young guys are going to get a lot of snaps in the second half. Garcia, send a man in motion on 2nd and 10. Give it to Pino. Nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 coming.
Boy, Sheridan's D-line is big. And they're missing one tonight.
Yeah, Alex Haswell's being held out tonight. Got a little bit of a ding. It's nothing major. It's just like they don't need him out there tonight. So, with a couple of dings here and there, there's no reason to have him out there.
Yeah, it's only, they call it week 1, but it's really week 2 for the 4A schools.
It's week 2 for these guys. Next week they go to Laramie. Maybe he gets a little healthier next week. We'll just wait and see, but no need to have Alex out there. 3rd and 10 for the Bison. Pino in the backfield with Garcia. And Garcia waits for the snap. Bronx jump, and I think somebody
Nope,
moved first.
False start.
It looked like it was the guard on the right side moved.
Yep.
Took a little bit of a step, and that's going to cost the Bison 5. Just got a little anxious. You know, the thing I've always thought with offensive linemen, you come set, the longer you have to wait, it's just like, snap the dang ball, I got to go, and I think that's what happens.
Yep.
You just have to wait so long, and that internal clock in your head is like, come on. And he just took that little step, a little flinch.
Well, the defense is allowed to move around a little bit, so after sitting there for a little while and the defense is jumping around, get a little antsy maybe.
3rd and 15 now for the Bison back at their own 15. Garcia will take the snap to throw. Looking, going to chuck it deep. He's going deep, and this one is going to be incomplete. Great defense.
Great coverage by Cody Dunham.
What a great defensive play. Dunham's helmet actually came off. There wasn't much contact, but what a great defensive play by Cody.
Yep, Dunham will have to come out for one play.
I'll tell you what, Garcia's got a little bit of an arm on him.
Yeah, that was a very nice throw. It was just really good coverage by Dunham.
It's a great throw, but a little bit better coverage. And South will punt it away. And I think Dane Steele is out there. Who's with him? It looks like
Breck Reed.
And so Breck Reed's out there this time with, hey.
I think he's only a sophomore.
Get a good look at one, and they'll kick it away. This is going to be returnable, though. Steele on the bounce. Picks it up across midfield to 40. 35-30.
No one's going to get him.
He's gone again. Touchdown, Dane Steele. Another punt return for a score. And we'll get the distance officially on that. He muffed it initially, picked it up, and then it was a sprint, and the Bronx are in again. So Dane Steele has 2 punt returns for touchdowns in the first quarter. And this one's going to be 48 yards. Wow.
All facets of the game.
It's
amazing.
It's just, sometimes it's a head scratcher. So Dane Steele has 2 punt returns for touchdowns in the first quarter, 66 and 48 yards. And here's the PAT from Gilby, and Ty knocks it through with 2.5 minutes left of the first quarter. On the Range scoreboard, it's the Sheridan Bronx 27, Cheyenne South nothing. You're listening to the Bronx on 1410 KWYL, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
Get ready, September explorers. It's time to embark on cozy journeys through the fall foliage. And where should that journey begin? Wearing Sheridan Chevrolet, your premier destination for discovering the perfect vehicle for your early fall adventures. As the leaves change, so does their pre-owned inventory. Vehicles are rolling off the lot as fast as the leaves are falling. September is the month to change your ride. Experience the Waring way of buying vehicles. Wearing Sheridan Chevrolet, 107 East Alger. Online, WearingSheridan.com.
This is Jamie Barkell with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
This match continues. 2 punt returns for touchdown in the first quarter by Dane Steele, a pick 6, and a touchdown run from Don Berrettini. It's 27-0. We still have 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, but Dane Steele on 2 punt returns has not been touched. And the kickoff out of the back of the end zone. South will have it at their own 20. You got to, the thing about it is we want our teams to win, but you still got to be a sportsman. And being a sportsman is playing the game the right way. You don't want to be Bush League. You don't want to degrade the other team. But what do you do if you're the Bronx? You still have to play the game of football. And that's just the way it goes, even though we feel I do. And we're going to come out and do it again. And here comes Cheyenne South from their own 20. And we've been playing this entire game on the Cheyenne South side of midfield, the whole game. The Bronx have not had the ball outside of the 50-yard line once. Well, the Bronx offense has only had the ball once.
Right.
And they've scored 4 times.
And this is South's 4th or 5th drive already.
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten a first down yet.
Not yet. So Garcia ready to go again. Bronx roll up a guy, and then they back off a little bit. And Garcia will keep it himself, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Nice tackle. Colin Custis.
Colin starts he's a starting center for the Bronx as well. Starts on that defensive front. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 coming for the Bison. And as I said, the Bronx aren't going to take anybody lightly. This is not, and you can tell by the score and how they've played so far. They've, this is just, kind of the way it goes. But I do feel for the Bison. I really do. And Garcia and Pito in the backfield again. 2nd and 11 for Cheyenne South from their own 19-yard line. Garcia set to throw, and this one deep and picked off. And the Bronx will have the ball at the South 41-yard line. The ball was overthrown, and great pick, by the way.
Breck Reed.
That was a great pick. He went up in the air for that one.
Yep.
I'd like to see that one again. And if you're watching our video web stream, we do have the instant replay. But that was a great pick because he went up in the air to snag that one in the Bronco offense back out on the field. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the South 41 with 1:41 left in the first quarter. And it's 27-0.
And Breck Reed, just a sophomore.
Great pick. Berrettini, screen bubble pass, throws that bubble screen, and Cheyenne South makes a tackle. Flag down at the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. See what this one's going to be. They'll go against the Bronx.
I think it's a hold on Jacob Ormseth there on the outside, trying to block for
Cody
the receiver.
Dunham. I think it was Cody Dunham. So that'll cost the Bronx 10 from the spot. So that'll bring up 1st down again. So it'll be 1st and about 12?
Actually, it was Ryan Metcalf on the catch.
Oh, it was Ryan Metcalf. We're going to see lots of new guys, aren't we?
We will.
So the spot foul is going to move it all the way back, by the way, to the 47-yard line of the Bronx. So it's still 1st down. So 1st and they need the 31-yard line for a 1st down. Underneath screen pass, the ball, not a good throw. It's going to be caught by, I think it was Haswell.
Beck Haswell.
So Beck makes the catch, but the Bronx gain nothing. The ball thrown right at his feet. So 2nd and long for the Bronx at the South 47. Taryn Grooms in the backfield this time with Don Berrettini. 4 wides in the set from the 47-yard line of South. Bronx up big, late first quarter. Berrettini to throw, right down the middle. Got a man caught by Dane Steele, and Dane will take it in. This will be a 47-yard touchdown, right on the money, and great throw, great catch.
Nobody within 5 yards of him.
Wow.
He was wide open right down the middle of the field.
So that one goes for, what did I say, 47?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, it's been efficient. That's all you can say. 2 punt returns, a pick 6, a touchdown run, and a touchdown pass, all in the first quarter. We still have a minute to play in the first, and it's 33-0 Bronx. And Ty Gilbertson, Gilby in there for the point after. And Gilby will knock that bad boy through with under a minute to play in the first quarter on the Reign scoreboard. It's the Sheridan Bronx 34, Cheyenne South nothing. You're listening.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
It's important to shop local because we're in this together, whether it's street festivals and fairs or downtown community functions for one community.
It's important to me to shop local because our shop owners aren't just shop owners, they're families.
When you shop local, you're supporting that community, you're giving it back, and people don't realize the circle of that dollar in a local community. It's a domino effect, and it's crucial.
First Northern Bank of Wyoming, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
That was a play that last week, that same play, they hit a big one against Cheyenne Central, and it was the same hookup. And I'll tell you what, Don Berrettini's got a nice arm. That was on the money.
Yep.
That's the one thing. Yes, he was wide open, but Dom laid it right on his hands. And Gilby to kick it away. Another boomer, not returnable. South will have it at their own 20. I think the Bison are ready to get into the locker room. But the problem is, we're only at the end of the first quarter. This is not the end of the first half. We have under a minute to play in the first quarter. It's 34-0.
Yeah.
Boy, we're going to be here for a while. Wow.
Well, for those of you that don't know, in high school sports, if the
you have the mercy rule.
The mercy rule. If the advantage is 45 points, starting, when in the second half of the game, if the advantage is 45 points or greater, the clock won't stop.
What time? Only time the clock stops is what? Timeouts.
Timeouts, injuries, penalties, and scores.
Okay. So Garcia ready to go again. 1st and 10 for the Bison at their own 20. Been a mismatch so far. And it'll be Pino, and maybe got a yard, and that'll be it to the 21.
Nice tackle. Who was that? Aguirre getting up off the bottom of the pile.
I think we're going to start seeing, I think in the second quarter, I'm thinking of defensive coordinator Marshall McEwen's going to start. I think they're going to start rolling guys through in the second quarter. It's almost like, you know what?
Get them some reps.
You still need to get, the thing is, you still need to get the starters still need reps. They've got big games coming up. They need to be out there too, taking snaps. But you also have to look at the other side of it. We need to get our young guys out there too to get snaps. They're going to get plenty in the second half for sure. Garcia ready to go again. Takes the snap and the give to Pino, and there ain't nothing there, and they lose some more yards.
Ellinger on the tacker.
He was a monster last week along with Alec Haswell. That'll end the first quarter after 1 on the range scoreboard. It's the Sheridan Bronx 34, Cheyenne South nothing. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWY on 106.9 FM and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
Delicious McDonald's deals are now more fun, more accessible, and better than ever through the McDonald's mobile app. The app is now the only place you can earn My McDonald's reward points on every McDelivery order. Plus, you can get those free McDonald's rewards you earn delivered too. Just order, relax, and enjoy. McDonald's will bring your faves to you. Just go to the Google Play or Apple App Store and download the new McDonald's mobile app and start saving. Download it now. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
According to the Hearing Health Foundation, even those with a mild, untreated hearing loss are twice as likely to develop dementia. Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT Kraft at EBA Hearing. Our mission is about more than selling hearing aids.
We want to educate our friends and family on the hazards of untreated loss and unprotected exposure to noise.
The most important thing you can do is protect your hearing. But if you have a hearing loss, please don't wait. Correct it today.
EBA Hearing, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Well, we flip the field. 34-0 Bronx as we start the second quarter. And I'm thinking, the starters still have to get snaps because it's important for them to take snaps. Because, look, there's a lot of big games coming. We're just starting the season. Again, the first half is theirs, and maybe a couple series, maybe in the third quarter, and then we'll see our younger guys get rolled through.
You bet.
So coming up, 3rd and 12 for Cheyenne South at their own 18-yard line. Bronx total domination. Garcia in trouble. Garcia will go down, and a sack back at the 11-yard line.
Cody Dunham.
Bronx just destroyed.
They brought the corner blitz, and Dunham just drilled him.
Well, the thing about it is when you run that blitz like that and you get a free run, if you're Cody Dunham, look at him. He's like, yeah, thanks a lot. I love it.
Now he's going to go back and try to return this punt.
You get a free run out, and guess what? Dane Steele's coming out. I think we're going to see Dunham out there, and I think coming on,
Breck Reed.
And it was Reed. Okay, so Reed's on. So I think Dane Steele's got a couple of punt returns for touchdowns. Don't want Dane out there anymore for this. He's done for the night.
Right.
So here's the punt, and it's a good one. Angle it toward the sidelines, and it will be kicked out of bounds. Bronx will have great field position again.
And let's see where they mark it.
It'll be inside the South 40, I think. Let's see where they mark it. Oh, boy. It'll be the south 33-yard line. So the offense will come back out. I just have a sneaking hunch this won't take long. Yep.
Well, Dane's still out there.
Yeah, Dane's still out there. I just don't think, a lot of bad things can happen during return games. And you know what? You've had a night, Dane. You know what? You return 2 for scores. Nobody's touched you.
Caught a touchdown pass.
Let's get somebody else out. Let these guys, let Reed get out there and get a look. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
What this is about. This isn't about week 2. This is about week 10. This is about week 11 and 12. So Berrettini ready to go. Bring him out in motion to the far side, and he will give it to Taryn Grooms, bouncing to the outside, and he'll be dragged down in a horse collar tackle. This is going to cost South a big one right here.
That'll be 15.
15 from about the 25-yard line. Got Taryn right around the collar and dragged him down. And again, I always call that the Terrell Owens rule. Do you remember years ago in the Super Bowl, Owens had been dragged down a couple weeks before in the playoffs?
Correct.
And that's where the horse collar really kind of took center stage. He was playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, and all of a sudden that became a rule in the pros, college, and then it filtered down to high school because he took a bad injury on that.
Correct, and that's the reason for the rule.
It's an injury rule.
Yep.
So they'll mark it off.
And that play there, it wasn't necessary. He just, not very good fundamentals. He could have tackled him around the knees, and he's going up high.
Yep. So they'll spot the ball at the south 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Bronx. And Groomsy will stay in the game with Berrettini. From the 13-yard line. Bronx up big first half. We're just underway in the second quarter. And Berrettini's going to go under center. Quick toss to Grooms. Running left, gets a block, cuts back, and he'll take it in. Taryn Grooms.
Great blocking.
13 yards.
Great blocking.
Flag down, hang on. Who knows where this thing came out of nowhere. I didn't see anything. Holding against the Bronx. Really?
Maybe so.
I'm going to watch it again. We got the replay going right now on our video upstream. I want to see the holding. I mean, this was a wide open. There wasn't much out there. I guess I didn't see it. I don't see it. Anyway, the Bronx will go back 10 yards now. It'll still be first down, back at the 20-yard line of Shine South. So wave off Taryn's touchdown. I'll give it to him again. Dane Steele had 2 called back last week.
He did.
Yeah. The Bronx were able to get 10 points out of those 2 that were called back. They were able to score a little bit. And look at our south end zone waiting in the wings at halftime.
It's all of our little guy.
Little guy football night.
Future Bronx.
Future Bronx make their run here at Homer Scott Stadium tonight. Berrettini.
Such a thrill for those
kids.
Give it to
Naida Geary. And he's got running room. Cut back at the 10. Now at the 5. Now he dives toward the pylon and
they're marking him inside the 1.
He hit the pylon. He'll be out of bounds at the 1. That's another one of those video replays.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe his foot went out of bounds before he hit the pylon.
Or he hit the ground before he hit the pylon, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 1 anyway for the Bronx, so they're ready to score again. We still have 10 and a half minutes to play in the first half. It's 34-0 Bronx, and they're ready to stick another one in. I appreciate what the Bronx are doing tonight. They're just playing football. They're not doing anything special. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So Aguirre and Grooms in the backfield. See if they give it to Taryn. No, it's going to be Naid into the end zone for the score. So Aguirre gets the score. The thing about it is, Ryan, the Bronx have a stable.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
You got a stable. You got 3 or 4 running backs. Berrettini's a threat. There's 5 guys that can carry the ball. Plus they catch passes. Then you got all those guys on the outside. I mean, you got 8 or 9 guys that are playmakers on this team. And that's scary for opponents.
So the 4 games that have already kicked off in the 4A, they're all shutouts at this point. East is beating Natrona 13-0. Thunder Basin's up on Rock Springs 21-0. And Campbell County is up on Laramie 21-0.
So the extra point is good.
And, of course, Sheridan's up.
With 10 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first half. On the range scoreboard, it's the Sheridan Bronx 41 Cheyenne South nothing. You're listening to the Bronx on 1410 KWY 106.9 FM.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971, or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
What do you say?
Not a whole lot we can say.
You know, I suspected it was going to be an overmatched night. I think we all thought that.
Absolutely.
Really? No, we kind of all thought that, but boy, 41-0 Sheridan, and we have 10 and a half minutes left in the first half. You know what? They might start rolling the young guys through here before halftime as Gilby just hammers it through the back of the end zone, and South will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20.
And just an update.
Hey, and the thing about it is the Bronx are right now, they're on, it's like a robocall. They're just on robotics. We're just playing.
Autopilot.
They're playing. They're just playing.
Yep.
We're just going to do what we do, and that's.
I mean, you can't help who you're playing.
No.
You know, you just got to play who's on your schedule.
And they're not doing anything.
And
they're not doing anything to embarrass this team.
No. They're just playing football.
They won't. They're just playing. And the coaching staff and the players will not do that to anybody. They're not going to embarrass anyone. And it's just that, boy, you know what? It's a long trip. All day for Cheyenne South, and you're going up to the defending champions that went undefeated last year, and that's what you get. And 1st and 10 for South from their own 20. Garcia to Pino, and Pino will get a yard to the 21.
Colin Custis.
You know, the stats are incredible because Cheyenne South does not have a first down in the first half.
They do not.
And I have a feeling we're going to have at halftime from the line of scrimmage for the Bison, they're going to have negative yardage.
I bet you're right.
Or 0. It's not going to be positive yardage. I mean, they haven't gained more than 3 or 4 yards on a single play yet. Wow. So 2nd and 9 for the Bison at their own 21. Garcia going to keep it. They close down on him, and he's got a good gain. And guess what? The Bison have their first down. Across the 30. Nice.
Very good.
Very good.
I was just about to say that's the longest play from scrimmage for them.
The offensive line, they made a nice hole for him, and Garcia took advantage of it, has a first down, the first down of the ball game. And as I look out there are a few new numbers out there, a little bit. A couple of guys here and there.
We have an update from across the mountain. Bighorn and number 2 Bighorn at number 4 level tied up at 7.
Okay.
And Thermopolis is at number 5 Tongue River tonight. No update on there yet.
1st and 10 for Cheyenne South at their own 31. Their first down of the first half. 41-0 Bronx on the range scoreboard. Garcia going to run it again. Trying to get outside, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming.
Once again, Custis coming from that middle linebacker position to make that tackle.
Good lateral speed by the Bronx to shut that one down. So no gain on the play. What a beautiful night, man.
Yeah, you said it was what? Kickoff 91?
No, it was a little toasty when we kicked off. It was 91 when we kicked off, and I'm looking right now, and I think it's maybe cooled off a little bit. I've got 87 right now. So it's still a little warm. But you know what? We're nice and cozy in the air conditioning here at Homer Scott Stadium. Clock continues to run. Under 8.5 to go in the first half. Bronx up big. 2nd and 10 for South from their own 31. Garcia going to throw it to the outside. Got a man, and it's going to go incomplete. Off the fingertips.
Yeah, almost made a nice catch right there. That wasn't a terrible throw. He threw it where only his guy could catch it.
That outside shoulder throw, just off his fingertips, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 10 for the Bison from their own 31. The thing about it is it's 87 out, right? We're in the shade. We're in the air conditioning. It's still like 97 degrees on the field in the sun.
Speaking of the field.
Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it?
This new turf is absolutely gorgeous.
It's just beautiful. I can't wait till it gets dark and we have the lights on. The new lighting system will come into play, and we're all going to love it. I'm telling you, it's beautiful right now. So 3rd and 10 for the Bison from their own 31. Garcia going to give it to Pino to run, and maybe gets like 2 or 3. And the ball came out, and I think they're going to say the runner was down. Yep. So the runners, the coaching staff next to us, or the Bronx, or in the booth next to us, thought it was a fumble. But the officials called the runner down. They're still going to punt. It'll be 4th and 8. And so it'll be Reed and Metcalf back. So we're rolling people through, so it's going to be Metcalf and Reed.
Safe to say that Dane's probably done for the evening.
I think so. I think he's done. A lot of guys are done.
Oh, sure.
You take your helmet off and just watch the rest of it. Metcalf is lined up to the right. Reed to the left. As Anderson ready to punt it away. He showed he's a capable punter, but he's been directed by his coaches not to give the Bronx a chance to return it. Why not? Dane Steele's already returned 2 in the first half for touchdowns. And Anderson will put it away, and it's a beauty. And this is going to drive Metcalf back to his own 22, and he's going to come out on the run with it. At the 40, 45, midfield. Now he's down the sidelines, and they've driven out of bounds near the south 40-yard line. Well, he's got some speed.
Yeah.
Woo. There's a lot of wheels on this team, my friends. Not only from those starters, wow. Metcalf showing the sprinter speed right there.
Boy, he hit the outside pretty quick and hit that.
My name's Wyatt Phillip. I'm number 1. I play safety.
My name's Aiden O'Leary, number 15. I play cornerback.
My name's Jackson Lynn, number 16. I play linebacker.
I'm Cody Dunham, number 2. I play cornerback.
I'm Dane Steele. I'm number 3, and I play safety.
My name's Taryn Grooms. I wear number 34, and I play linebacker.
My name's Colin Custis. I'm number 50, and I play linebacker.
I'm Josh Davis. I'm number 55, and I play nose guard.
My name is DJ Ellinger. I'm number 56. I play D-line.
Peyton Martineau, number 63, and I play D-line.
My name is Beck Haswell, number 88. I play D-line.
Bounds at the 24-yard line of Cheyenne South, and a big Bronx first down.
Nope, I was wrong again. That was Chance Morris.
So Chance Morris.
Number 9.
So they're rolling guys through now.
Sure.
So we're going to see a lot of the starters will not get a sniff for the rest of the night. The only time we'll see them maybe is for punt team if we get there, extra points possibly, or when they do victory formation. Penalty flag down, by the way. It's coming back. I just call, a lot of this, we'll see it in the second half. Being an official for years, I always call it game management.
Yes, sir.
When you have a game like this, if it's not egregious, you let it go. Because it's not doing anybody any favors. Don't be over-officious. And over-officious, I don't think is a word. It's something I think I made up. So the Bronx will be backed up after the holding call. Quick toss. And running room out there. And it will be the Bronx will have a first down again near the 30-yard line of Cheyenne South. So forget about the penalty on the carry. That was Kellen Crow on the carry that time. So a lot of guys are getting looks here. So the Bronx will have a first down, no flags. 1st and 10 Bronx at the 31-yard line of Cheyenne South. But still, 6:42 to play in the first half. It is 41-0 Bronx. Over-officious is a word. And what's the definition? Please read it to me. There you go. That's what it means. That's what I meant. And I'm going to have Ryan read that so everybody can hear it on the air. And the give around the right side is going to go to Carson Chase this time. And he'll be dropped after he picks up about 5 or 6 near the 25-yard line. So Chase picks up 5. We'll give him a gain of 6 on the play. So 2nd and 4 coming for the Bronx.
So Trevor's word of the day, over-officious.
Yes. And?
Excessively officious or inclined to meddle.
Yep. Stay out of the way.
I learned something today.
Over-officious.
Over-officious.
Yep. Get out of the way. Don't micromanage. Just get out of the way. Quick snap. This time it's going to be the quarterback keeping it.
Gilbertson.
And it's Ty. And he will be shy of the first down by about a yard. So it'll be 3rd and a yard for the Bronx. And again, not very often, Ryan, in the first. Now, you've officiated for years on the football field. You've seen games like this where it's one-sided. Not very often, though, do we get teams that will start subbing starters out in the first half.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
But, I mean, it's 41-0, and there's 5.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
In the half.
And and as an official, it's hard to keep your head in a game like this.
It is. Gilby going to give up the middle. This one's going to be Kelton Crow, I believe. He'll have the first down near the 16-yard line. It was funny during the pregame show. Near the end of the show, I asked Jeff, I said, your underclassmen have got to be chomping at the bit going into this game, knowing they're going to get lots of snaps. Little did I know they would all be in the first half.
Right.
Unbelievable. Again, the Bronx have scored every way you can score in a football. Defense, special teams, and offense, and offensively through the air and running the ball. Gilbertson busted play in the backfield. He'll be dropped for a loss. I'm not sure what that play was, but there was definitely
a little miscommunication.
Gilbertson wanted to hand it off, and the running back ran into him, and then it was over.
Bring up 2nd and about 15.
I think that's Will Greer's in there right now. Will's a sophomore running back. He's in there right now. I think that was Will. You're going to be hearing that name over the next couple of years. Will Greer. Gilbertson takes the snap. Bubble screen to Greer. 20, 15, cut back at the 10. Now at the 5 and down near the 4-yard line.
Nice catch and run.
Great. Will Greer's a great athlete. Kind of runs in the family, doesn't it?
Right.
His older brother. Yeah.
Michael.
Baseball, football, Michael, baseball, football. Michael played for the Troopers this past season, his final year playing with them, but also a lot of great snaps wearing the blue and gold during football. 1st and goal for the Bronx at the south 4-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the half. The Bronx lead 41-0. Quick toss. This time,
Crow.
It's going to be Kelton Crow for the touchdown. 4 yards. So Kelton Crow will score, and it's 47-0. We know now we will have the running clock, Ryan. Correct me if I'm wrong, to start the second half.
That is correct. So in the second half, it'll go fairly quickly because the only time that the clock will stop, doesn't matter if the player goes out of bounds, anything like that, the clock won't stop, except for timeouts, injuries, penalties, or scores.
Steal the ball. Gilbertson for the point after.
So Ty Gilbertson for the PAT. Kick is up. Kick is good. 3:58 to play first half. On the range scoreboard. Wow. On the range
This is
scoreboard.
Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Sheridan Bronx leading 48-0. We're back right after this.
Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hard-working athletes with youth sponsorships, and the local difference means the familiar faces you know and trust for your banking needs are the same ones cheering with you up in the stands. Buffalo Fed Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 3:58 to play. First half, 48-0 Bronx. Well, it's been a while since I've seen this. It's been since Campbell County split their schools, and the Campbell County team was really having a tough time, and the Bronx just blasted them. And Gilbertson kicks down the back of the end zone, south line of the ball, thrown 20. I know I keep saying it, but what do you do if you're the Shine South coaching staff? I just feel for the players.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaches.
They're trying hard.
The coaches are like, come on, let's keep going, and and look, it's human nature. I just feel for them. I really do. This is not, but you know what? That's athletics.
It is. And you know what?
It's every sport. That's the way it goes sometimes.
And a lot of times like this, they can start getting a little chippy, whatnot, but you're not seeing that. I mean, South is just coming out and playing. They're just getting outplayed.
And the Bronx.
The Bronx are doing nothing special.
And the Bronx have just really substituted a lot of guys. There's again, I said those underclassmen, those sophomores and juniors are going to get tons of snaps tonight, and boy, they are. 48-0 Bronx. Just under 4 to play in the first half. And they're going to throw a bubble screen to the outside, a gain of a yard. Making the catch that time for the Bison was Jaden McNeil, a sophomore. Made the catch, gain of 1. Next week, on the road, we go to Laramie. I can't stand going to Laramie.
I won't be going with you.
The problem with it is in Laramie. You just don't know what the weather's going to be like. The 2 days I've been the coldest in my life broadcasting, 3 times, all in Laramie. It was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that bone-chilling, you know what, you think possibly you might pass away? There's a real possibility hypothermia is setting in. 2nd and 9 for the Bison. 4 wides in the set this time. Bring a man in motion near side. And Garcia, and it's a busted play. They wanted to run jet sweep in it. The running back got there late. I'm not sure what that play was going to be.
I think that was Noah Williamson from his nose guard position right there. Just ran right by that lineman. And
he was going to hand off to the man in motion, but
Williamson was there.
He developed so slow. Noah just said, okay, I'll tackle you. Gain of 1. 2nd and 8. Actually, excuse me, a loss on the play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Excuse me. Loss of 2 on the play. As Noah, good to see Noah back out there.
Yeah.
He's been battling some injuries, and Noah's a good ball player. Good to see him back out there.
Just some lingering things. I don't think anything big.
Nagging.
Just nagging.
So it's good to see Noah back out there. So 3rd and 12 for South. 2:10 to play first half. Bronx lead 48-0 on the range scoreboard. It's been all blue and gold so far in this one. Garcia to throw. Unloads it, incomplete. Underthrown. And the Bison will punt it away again.
Garcia's pass.
And coming out will be Carson Chase. And going out there with him will be, is it Brandon Underwood? No, it's number 20. I'm sorry. Breck Reed. So Reed is out there.
Football players, if you have not yet assembled on the south end of the field, please.
Along with Chase.
Again, our little guy football players, it's time to assemble.
To return this punt.
On the south end
little guy football players against Little Guy Football Night, the opener, traditional opener for the Sheridan Bronx at home. It's Little Guy Football Night. They get to demonstrate their prowess of sprinting the field here at Elmer Scott Stadium. And the punt is away.
And it's blocked.
It's blocked. Touchdown, Bronx.
I think it's Jackson Lynn.
Touchdown, Bronx. Is it Jackson Lynn? Block punt for the score.
He blocked it and recovered it.
You have got to be kidding me. A block punt for well, there's another way you can score, I guess. Is that crazy?
I think the only thing they're missing is a safety.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
You can ask your brother. Sometimes I'm speechless. It's 54-0.
And we still have 2 minutes to go, roughly.
Oh, no.
Minute 54.
So Jackson Lynn blocked punt for the touchdown. Blocked it and covered it. PAT up. PAT good on the range scoreboard. 1:54 to play in the first half. It is 55-0 Bronx. You're listening to Sheridan High School football on KWYO 1410 AM and 106.9 FM and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
This broadcast brought to you in part by One Health, focused on caring for our communities one person at a time. One Health's integrated care model has been recognized throughout the state of Wyoming and combines primary and behavioral health under one roof. With locations in Sheridan, Powell, Lovell, and Grable, Wyoming, One Health improves the well-being of everyone by providing accessible, quality health care for the whole community. Visit onechc.org for more information.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
2 punt returns for touchdowns, a pick six, a block punt for a touchdown run, and a touchdown pass. I think I've summarized it, haven't I?
I think so.
55-0 Bronx with 1:54 to play in the first half, and Ty Gilbertson to kick it away. And my friends, we will have a running clock in the second half. High booming kick. We'll keep it right here. Coming up at halftime, James Timberlake will step in, and he has our halftime report, as James will take over at halftime. And I don't think James has much of a recap for the first half. It would take him an hour to recap it. Wow. Let's see, by my count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touchdowns. And 1 mixed extra point. That's the only thing. It was a bad snap.
Yep.
So if anything negative, I guess we're not going to drill them too bad when you're 55-0. We're not going to bring that one up. So Shine South from their own 20. Well, the Bronx, the only thing they don't have tonight is safety. 3 special teams touchdowns.
We don't have a fumble recovery for. No, not a fumble recovery for a touchdown yet. Pick six.
Still had a defensive
score.
Yeah.
You bet.
Wow. So Garcia ready to go again. And hopefully the nightmare will soon be over for Shine South. Pino gets the carry, has a little room, and he'll pick up about 5 or 6 out across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Will Greer and Carson Chase on the tackle.
And probably Pino's best, Damien's a senior running back for the Bison, his best run of the night. Oh, boy. Wow. Minute and a half to go. I think both teams, Ryan, are ready to go to the locker room. I think they're just ready. Let's get out of here. Get some more fluids, get hydrated a little bit. Little guy football night here at Homer Scott Stadium. And that's exactly what both teams want to do. Let's get out of here. Garcia ready to go again on 2nd and 4. Going to keep it himself. And he will be shorty first down by got a couple of yards. And they'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Bison.
That was a nice little run. He broke a tackle.
At their own 28.
Raleigh Hartman kind of had him wrapped up, and he just tried to arm tackle him, and he ran right through it.
The best thing about tonight's game, I will say this, that there are lots of Sheridan Bronx getting snaps tonight.
Absolutely.
And in the long run, that pays off down the road when we're talking about week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where it starts to pay off when you have, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have things like that where somebody's got to step in to a spot. And that's where these snaps really help. 3rd and 2. Going to throw to the outside, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 2, looking for the tight end out in the flat. Ball overthrown. And I'm sure the Bison will punt it away.
I'm not sure why the clock is continuing to run.
On an incomplete pass?
Yeah, in the first half.
I think the people that are running the clock are thinking that we have a running clock.
Right.
Is what the problem is. And
I'm not sure that's going to make a big difference.
It's not, and I think the teams are ready. Yeah, you know what? I just think that it's like, you know what? Let's let it run out. Let's not, you know what? Let's not make the Bison punt. Don't make them punt again. So, we have come to the half, and it has been incredible if you've been listening and watching on our video web stream. You know what? You got to win with class. You got to lose being a good sport. You also got to win being a good sport. And the Sheridan Bronx letting South leave the field. Before they leave the field tonight, we're honoring some people tonight. We saw Eddie Pendergast honored tonight. Addie was the Gatorade Track Athlete of the Year, and they honored her. Do a little halftime presentation here as well for some folks. And we are at halftime, and the Sheridan Bronx football team is up big as they're honoring sponsors. I see that the folks from Emit are out there.
Ventures that Emit Technologies, led by Casey and Sue,
Osborne's
have
out there.
contributed to Sheridan High School and the Sheridan community. Since 2008, Casey and Sue Osborne and Emit Technologies and their foundation, 7 Pillars, have combined to contribute close to $1 million to benefit youth in our community here in Sheridan. Their commitment has not only showed a tremendous amount of financial support, but also has shown a dedication to the growth and excellence within our school and community, especially today's youth. Casey and Sue, your commitment and partnership with Sheridan High School and the Sheridan High School Booster Club is truly appreciated, and we are committed to making the most of the resources and faith you've invested in us. From all of us at Sheridan High School, thank you. On behalf of Sheridan High School, we're honored to present Casey and Sue a Bronx Legacy Watch as a token of our appreciation for their continued generosity. Today, presenting the Legacy Watch is Sheridan High School Assistant Principal Casey O'Connor. Thank you, Casey and Sue Osborne and Emit Technologies.
Not very often the word no gets said. And I will tip our cap to our business owners and our business managers and all the people that, I don't care what your business is, if it's retail, restaurant, corporate, whatever, they're here to support the kids. And there's a classic case right there of the sponsors we see on this new field. And, every Bronc is shaking the hands with the Osbornes at midfield right now.
That is amazing to see.
That's class right there.
That's class.
That's the Sheridan Bronc football program.
It is.
So you have to be able, yes, the Broncs win a lot. They won a lot of championships. But you know what? I can root for people that show class like this.
Absolutely.
I will root for them forever. We're at halftime. James Timberlake is coming up on the Reign scoreboard. It's the Sheridan Broncs leading it 55-0. You're listening to the Broncs on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
Turn your attention down to the turf on the south end. We're going to start with the 5th and 6th grade tackle football league. First up, we have the A-line roofing and exterior Aztecs. Next up, let's recognize the Connect Home Center Hurricanes. How about the Sheridan Media Lightning? And last up in this league, the First Federal Bank and Trust Tar Heels. Now for our 3rd and 4th grade flag football league. We'll start it off with Zawada Plumbing and Heating Wolverines. Next up, the First Interstate Rebels. How about a round of applause for the A-Line Roofing and Exterior Hawkeyes. Next, the Emit Technologies Wildcats. And rounding out this league, the SSR Construction Broncos. Now on to the 1st and 2nd grade flag football leagues. We'll start it off with the Mike's Electric Hoosiers. How about the Sunlight Federal Credit Union Illini? Let's hear it for the Kilpatrick Creations Falcons. Next up, the Farmers Co-op Bulldogs.
As well, Thunder Basin ranked number fourth in the state, and they are up 35-0 in that game. Thunder Basin is up 35-0 in that game, is what I should say. Number 5, Cheyenne Central, they're on the road taking on Kelly Walsh. I don't have a score for that game. Actually, I've been looking around for it, but I cannot find a score on that one. We'll keep you updated as the game continues, though. Laramie is on the road taking on Campbell County, 2 unranked teams there. Campbell County is leading that one 21-0, and they are approaching halftime in that one as well. It's week 1 today in the 2A as well, and they're playing some games. Number 2, Bighorn, they are on the road taking on 4th-ranked Lovell, and that one is tied 14-14 in the last update we got. That one's approaching halftime as well. And then Thermopolis is on the road taking on 5th-ranked Tongue River. We don't have a score for that one, but again, we will keep you updated as the game goes along here tonight in Sheridan. And some other local sports action this week. The Lady Bronx Swimmers and Divers are coming off their season opening competition last weekend at the Laramie Relays and Pentathlon. They finished 9th in the relays and 8th in the pentathlon. This weekend, the Lady Bronx will be at home hosting a duel against Buffalo tomorrow, with first events getting underway at 10 a.m. It is a very, very busy weekend locally in volleyball, starting with the Lady Bronx volleyball team. They are on the road at taking part in another tournament this weekend, taking part in the Gillette Invite. They had 3 games today, taking on Rapid City Christian earlier this morning, and they fell in that one 2 games to none, and then they took on Glen Rock in the early afternoon game and won that one 2 games to none. And finally, they took on Highschool from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and the Lady Bronx fell in that one 2 games to none. So the girls will be back in action tomorrow. Lady Bronx will be back in action tomorrow. Times that are yet to be decided. They'll be decided by today's results. You keep an eye out over on SheridanMedia.com for a schedule there. The Bighorn Lady Rams were also in Gillette, competing in the Gillette Invite as well. They had 3 matchups, starting off with a match against Thunder Basin, and Lady Rams fell in that one 2 games to nothing. They then took on St. Thomas More from Rapid City. I don't have a score for that one, though, so we'll keep you updated, obviously, as we go along there as well. And the Lady Rams, they conclude the day taking on Douglas, and that one began at 7 p.m., so it is currently ongoing. And again, we'll keep you updated here on the broadcast. And then the Tongue River Lady Eagles, they had a crazy busy schedule today in the volleyball world. They are competing in the Wind River Wyoming Indian Tournament in Pavilion, and the Lady Eagles had 4 games on the schedule just for today. They started off playing Saratoga, and then they took on Wind River. Next, they played Grable. It was a very busy day, and then they're taking on Du Bois. That one starts at 7 p.m. as well. I don't have scores for the other ones that finished, but they played a lot of games, so they're busy today, and then they'll play again tomorrow as well. They'll play Shoshone at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and then Wyoming Indian at 11 a.m., and finally Saratoga at 1 p.m. In cross country, the Bronx and Lady Bronx are on the road in Spearfish, competing in the Northern Hill Invitational Cross Country Meet. We'll have results for that one over for you on SheridanMedia.com once they become available. The Bighorn and Tongue River cross country teams are in Buffalo, competing in the Buffalo High School Cross Country Invitational, and we'll have results for you over on SheridanMedia.com on those ones as well. Finally, believe it or not, today was the final weekend of the regular season in fall golf around the state of Wyoming. The Sheridan Bronx and Lady Bronx teams were in Buffalo, competing in the Buffalo Invite earlier today, and the Tongue River and Bighorn teams were both in Worland, competing in the Worland Invite at the Green Hills Golf Course. That's a look at the week into the weekend across local sports action in Sheridan. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll preview the Cowboys game tomorrow against Texas Tech. Finally, get a short preview of the Broncos' upcoming season. If we've got enough time, we'll see. The time's kind of coming a little bit short. At the very most, we'll get Cowboys for sure. You're listening to the Bronx Halftime Report here on 1410 AM at 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to the Bronx Halftime Report, presented by the Weekend Weekend Sports Wrap Podcast. The Wyoming Cowboys are set to open their regular season tomorrow evening at home against Texas Tech. This will be the 5th time these two teams have met in their history, with the last matchup coming way back in 1992 in Lubbock, Texas. Tech won that one 49-32, but the year before in Laramie, the Cowboys won 22-17. The Pokes actually lead the career history between these two teams with 3 wins to Tech's 2. Since their last meeting, both teams have struggled to climb back to the top of their conferences. In fact, since their last meeting in 1992, the Cowboys have actually won the same amount of conference championships, one apiece, with the Pokes winning the Western Athletic Conference, or the WAC as it was known back then, in 1993, and Tech winning the Southwestern Conference, or the SWC, that eventually became the Big 12. They won the SWC back in 1994. Now, that comparison is not exactly fair. Both teams have vastly different conference competition. For example, since that last meeting in 1992, the Red Rebels have got a record of 211-160, whereas the Cowboys have a total record of 166-191. So 2 pretty wide margins of success, with each only one conference championship from each from the early 90s to show for it. Now looking to today, Texas Tech could have a very genuine shot at winning the Big 12 this year, and depending on who you ask, Wyoming might have a shot at the Mountain West as well. The Red Raiders have a lot of pretty solid coaches over the past few years. The late Mike Leach, Cliff Kingsbury, Spike Dykes, and over the time, no matter who came to be in the next head coaching position, it feels like you could always associate the word air raid to Texas Tech. They're almost synonymous, and that was no different last year. They loved to throw the football last season. They finished last year with the 5th most passes per game in the country, with 44.5 per game, while averaging the 16th most pass yards in the country at nearly 288 yards per game. However, slinging the ball around like they do can get them into trouble. Last year, they finished in the bottom 30 in the country in percentage of passes thrown becoming an interception at 3.18%. Their offense should be even better this year. They bring back senior quarterback Tyler Shuck, who dealt with injuries through a lot of last season, but when he played well. Against Oklahoma, he completed 60% of his passes while throwing for 436 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Against Kansas, he completed 60% of his passes for 246 yards for a touchdown and 1 interception. In Tech's bowl game against Ole Miss, he completed 61.5% of his passes for 240 yards, threw for a touchdown, and ran for 2 more. He did have his turnover issues with 4 interceptions and 3 fumbles over 7 games. As I said, he was pretty injury-prone last year. But if he can stay healthy, Shuck should be a very solid weapon that the Cowboys are going to have to find a way to stop. Tech also brings back a loaded veteran receiving core. Their leading pass catchers from a season ago, Jerand Bradley and Miles Price, who both finished with the team lead 51 catches apiece. They're both back. Xavier White, who also had 45 catches last season, is also returning, and they brought in Dre McCray via transfer from FCS school Austin PA, and he at Austin PA had 75 catches last year. If there is a spot that has held them back in the past, it has been their defense, and that was a similar situation last year. It was a lot of bend, don't break type of defense, but they did break at times, and that made it difficult for the offense to keep up. Their strong suit on defense should be their secondary, where they have a ton of talent mixed with experience. They bring back Dadrion Taylor Demberson, who led the team with 3 interceptions to go along with 74 tackles. He's paired with Tyler Owens, who is a fifth-year senior on the other side. They also bring back corners Malik Dunlap and Rashad Williams, who were 1st and 2nd last year on the team in pass breakups. Overall, big picture for the Cowboys, if they're looking to pull off this upset in this one, they have the pieces to do it. A very good defense that can slow down Tech's high-powered offense, and a run game that is good enough to control the game and time of possession. However, the defense will need to be absolutely lights out. The Pokes have given you no reason to believe that their offense will be able to keep up if the Red Raiders start to put a couple scoring drives together and really air the ball out. And with the experience that Tech has in the secondary, it would be a tall task for the Cowboys if they need to just start airing it out. So if the Pokes want to pull off this upset, defense needs to make a ton of stops, and the run game needs to really control the game and limit possessions for the Red Raiders. As it stands right now, looking at the line, Tech are 2-touchdown favorites at -14 with the over-under set at 56. That's actually a pretty high mark, to be honest with you. Might have some game in that. We'll see if the Pokes can pull off the upset, really start their season with a victory here, and we will have all the action live for you tomorrow evening with pregame starting at 4 p.m. and kickoff scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Again, we'll have it live for you, 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, KWYO. We're going to skip the Broncos. We're going to get to that next week, I think, because that's when their season officially kicks off. We'll have it the Friday before that Sunday first game. And the Broncos are getting out on the field. Bison are coming out as well, so we're going to get ready for the second half at Homer Scott Field. So we're going to send it back to Trevor Jackson for kickoff. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I've been your host, James Timberlake, and this has been the Bronc Halftime Report presented by the Weekend Sports.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, Nicole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McColl, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half. Got something big. You know what? During halftime, thanks a lot to James Timberlake. And again, James is your halftime host on all of our broadcasts. But crowd great. Student section awesome. Band is here. The crowd great for you know what? The home opener is always great. I always thought, to me, the best, because you know me in baseball, my favorite sport. Home openers for me were always the best for baseball, but there's nothing like a home opener in any sport.
Absolutely.
And we've had a great night. Obviously, it's cooled down now a little bit. It was really hot when we started, and it was 91 when we kicked it off. It's starting to cool off. Beautiful evening, and the Sheridan Broncs lead 55-0 here at halftime. And Ryan, you're a longtime football official. Tell us how this works now with a running clock in the second half.
Okay, so, call it the mercy rule. Up by 45 at any point in the second half of the ball game, then the clock will continue to run. It'll continue to run on an incomplete pass, an out-of-bounds play, anything like that. The only time that they'll stop it is if there is a timeout, an injury, a penalty, or if a team scores. And then the clock will stop, and then as soon as the ball is set ready for play, they fire it right back up.
Score highlight: Tongue River leading Thermopolis 17-0 in the third quarter of that one. Anything from Bighorn yet?
Oh, let me see here. Says here in the second quarter, number 4 Level 21, number 2 Bighorn 14.
And we don't know when that was updated.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
And then some other scores from the 4A. East is up on Natrona 42-0, and that's a 1 versus 3.
Wow. That's blowout city.
Number 4 Thunder Basin 35-0 over Rock Springs.
Not a stunner.
And number 5 Central put up some more points tonight, 21-0 over Kelly Walsh.
Not a surprise.
And the Camels out of Camel County, 28-0 over Laramie.
Ooh.
So, not a lot of scoring.
So the Broncs will have the ball to start the second half. I'm trying to look back to see who's deep to receive. So is it Chance Morris back there?
Yep, and I think it's Beck Haswell.
So Beck, really?
Is that 88?
So Beck, the sophomore. So Haswell and who?
Chance Morris.
Chance Morris. A sophomore and a junior back deep to receive. And again, all the young guys going to get lots of snaps here in the second half. Again, clock runs now for the rest of the ball game, unless we get stoppages. And for the second time tonight, actually the first time, is this the first time Anderson's kicked off? It is.
I believe so.
This is the first kickoff for Anderson tonight. 55-0, and here is the kick. And it's a boomer and not returnable. Haswell will field it in the end zone, and the Broncs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
He wanted to bring that out.
He did. He's like, hey, man, I'm ready to go.
And you know what else, Trevor? This is going to be Sheridan's first offensive play on their own side of the field. I do believe.
Bananas.
Third quarter.
That is bananas. So it'll be Ty Gilbertson. The Gilby will be the quarterback in there with him right now.
Kelton Crow.
Kelton Crow's in there.
Chance Morris.
I'm seeing, is it Kelton Crow in the backfield with him right
number
now?
5.
So Crow's in the backfield along with Gilby. So it's, again, backups now, and we knew this was going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So 1st and 10 for the Bronx from their own 20. Man comes in motion. Ball gets fumbled. Gilbertson will pick it up, and he breaks into the clear. He's got a chance to go. One man to get him. It's a foot race at the 15, 10. Touchdown, Ty Gilbertson. 80 yards on a busted play. Oh, my goodness.
He dropped the ball when he received that snap and just busts it for 80 yards.
Watch the replay if you've got video. Busted play, and it goes for 80. He ended up running 85 total. Wow.
He showed some wheels.
Woo!
You talked about it earlier, how fast this team is.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's not just one guy.
Oh, boy. Ty Gilbertson, the backup quarterback, busted play, dropped the snap, and goes 80 for a touchdown.
And we've got a new kicker.
Kick up. Kick good.
I think Gilby needed a break after that 85-yard run.
Just starting the third quarter on the Range scoreboard. 11:28 to go in the third on the Range scoreboard. Sheridan Bronx 62, South nothing. You're listening to the Bronx on KWY on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Online banking is fast and convenient with Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. If you have a smartphone, you can do your banking from anywhere, including remote deposit. Just take a picture of your check and send it. It's that easy. And you'll instantly have access to the first $200 available and the rest shortly thereafter. Yep, banking is that easy with remote deposit at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Not very often am I speechless, but again, Ty Gilbertson, just the snap went through his hands, and he went down to pick it up, and he picked it up 5 yards deep in the backfield and picked it up and broke contain, and it was basically a foot race, and there was only one guy that could get him. And that was Trey Downham, who was trying to run him down. He couldn't get him.
Will Greer doing the kicking.
So Will Greer will kick. And it's a boomer returnable. First time tonight, South has got a return, and they're not going to get much out of it, not even to the 20-yard line. Good coverage by the Bronx.
Carson Chase.
Dunham Dunham out of bounds at the 19. Well, I think they're going to give him the 20. They will. So they'll give him the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South. Again, running clock. Second half, 62-0. And I mean, the Bronx,
they're not doing anything special.
Here's the thing. People go, oh, they scored so many points. They ran. No, they're not running. I know what running up the score is. This is not that situation. This is a situation of kids playing football, and the second team, if you want to call them that, have scored twice already.
Yep. They're just playing football. It's not their fault that these other guys can't tackle or make a play or whatever the case may be. They are not airing it out. They're not doing anything special. They're running the ball.
These are all sophomores and juniors in there right now. Pino will get the carry, gets hit, breaks the tackle, and he'll have good yardage across the 25 to the 26. He was initially hit in the backfield and squirmed out of it. And a first down for the Bison. Or I should say 2nd down and 4 coming for the Bison from their own 26-yard line. Again, we're just underway second half, and the Bronx scored on the first play of the second half. Wow. 10 minutes to go, third quarter, clock running. You can get the running clock the rest of the way. 62-0 Bronx. Garcia ready to take the snap again. 2nd and 4 for the Bison. Garcia wants to run, hit and dropped immediately. He'll lose a couple.
That was Raleigh Hartman.
Nice play for Raleigh.
And I think he had some great lateral movement and came down the line because he's playing that left defensive end spot.
I was going to say, Ryan, he came from the backside to make that play.
Yes, he did. Or maybe he's a D tackle, but he came from the far side and just used his great lateral movement and just followed that runner.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 6 coming for the Bison. Nice play, young man.
Other thank yous this evening. Wyoming Rehab, thank you for
the one thing what I appreciate about when we talk about the sophomores and juniors playing now, the backup guys, we're not seeing a drop off.
No,
they're out there making plays. Love to see it. So 3rd and 6 for the Bison at their own 24 after a loss on the play. Garcia to throw. Garcia looks to the outside, overthrown, incomplete, and the Bison will punt. I don't think have they completed one tonight.
Not anything down the field.
No. I think there was a couple of.
You're talking about these younger guys, Trevor. Just goes to show you like how well they pay attention in practice. They don't know that they're going to get reps or whatever, but they still go. They put in the work day in, day out.
And they deserve a chance to play when you get a chance.
Absolutely. And you know what? They're not letting anybody down. So that shows that their concentration, their focus, they pay attention. It's great to see these young kids. And I feel like that's why Sheridan is so successful.
Breck Reed back. Who's out there with him?
Chance Morris.
Then Chance Morris. So Reed and Morris back to receive this punt. Again, this could be, if it's returnable, look out. 8 minutes to go, clock running, 3rd quarter. Punt away, and it's kind of shanked a little bit. It'll be a short kick out of bounds, and the Bronx second team offensive unit.
Where are they going to mark it?
Are going to come out on the field and have a short field here on the 30-yard line.
Yep.
Wow. That is a 6-yard punt, is what the net will be.
Correct.
So 1st and 10 for the Bronx offense as they come out on the field. And again, I'm glad we got rosters coming out in the running back spot. We are going to see Will Greer is in there. The quarterback again is Ty Gilbertson in there with Greer. Is that Kelton Crow?
Yes, number 5.
So Kelton Crow and Will Greer in the backfield. Again, we got a running clock here in the second half. Bronx up huge right now. From the south 30 after the shanked punt. And it's going to be Crow up the middle, powering forward across the 25 to about the 24. He gained 6. Next week, Bronx on the road at Laramie. And then you get Laramie, you get Central, South and Laramie out of the way.
And then it's time.
And then, my friends, it is on.
Kelly's down a little bit this year, but still.
The big boys start showing up. So enjoy it while you can, fans, because it's going to be a meat grinder when we hit about week 5 or 6, and then it gets for real. 2nd and 4 for the Bronx, inside the 25 of South. Gilbertson hit, immediately dropped and sacked. I don't know what happened there. He didn't have much time to do anything, and he'll lose yardage back to the 30. It'll be 3rd and 10. Somebody missed somebody because Gilby had no chance. He got the snap, took a couple of steps, and got nailed.
So while we have a second here, a few obscure stats here. Since 2009, Sheridan's overall record is 139-25 going into this year. 32-6 in the playoffs.
3rd and 10. Going to give it on the outside. The Bronx will have a first down as it's going to be Will Greer taking the ball inside the 20 down at the 19-yard line.
So since 2009, there's only been 3 teams to win the state title. Can you name them?
Okay, 3 teams, right?
3 teams.
Sheridan, East, Natrona.
There you go. And Sheridan has more since 2009 than all the other teams combined.
And those teams I named, we've whooped them a few times in state championship games.
And we've also had some close games with them.
Yeah. Wow. 1st and 10 Bronx at the 19-yard line of South. Gilby, jet sweep, wide open. It's going to be a Bronx touchdown. Diving at the pylon for the score.
Chance Morris. Just a junior.
Wow.
He showed some speed right there.
Yeah, and there was nobody.
There was no one there.
So Chance Morris. Coming up tomorrow, Ryan, we'll let everybody know our highlight show video, and there's a ton of them, will be up tomorrow morning at SheridanMedia.com. You can watch the video highlights of the game presented by the Relentless Agents at Century 21 BHJ Realty in Sheridan and Johnson counties. Thank you so much. You can relive the ball game with us. Extra point, good. 5 minutes to play, third quarter on the range scoreboard. It's Sheridan 69. You got to be kidding me. I know one thing for a fact. We're going to keep it right here.
Okay.
I don't think the Bronx have ever scored 70 in the 70s. I've been
7 touchdowns tonight with one missed extra point.
This is my 35th year of Bronx football.
Okay.
I think this is the most points they've ever scored. I'm going to put Kevin Coyle in that. I know for a fact they've scored in the 60s a few times. The Bronx, I don't think, have ever scored in the 70s, and I kind of have a sneaking hunch they're going to do it tonight. 60.
Wow.
The backups have come in and scored 3 times.
And they've scored every way possible.
Yeah, defense, offense, special teams.
Yep.
3 special teams touchdowns tonight.
2 punt returns and a block punt for a TD.
Wow. So Chance Morris gets the touchdown at 30 yards. And now here we go with the kickoff. And who's doing the kicking now? I know they've taken Ty out of that position.
Well, who used to kick for the Bronx? It's his younger brother. Will Greer is doing the kicking.
Why not?
Yeah.
Following the footsteps.
You bet. And he's only a sophomore, and this one's into the end zone.
Get used to it. You're going to hear a lot more Will Greer. Baseball, football player.
Yes,
as
sir.
we continue here in the third quarter again. It's a running clock. Why is not the clock running right now? Is it change of possession? I don't know. Again, we got the running clock here in the second half, and, I thought coming into the game, pick a score because it was going to be kind of a mismatch tonight. I think when we talked to Jeff Bauer, he's really going to like what he's seen tonight from his team. Not the score, Ryan.
No.
He's going to love the execution of all the kids and everything they did.
Well, I was just going to say, they've had a few penalties. Not a ton. He'll want that cleaned up.
Yeah.
But overall, I think...
I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll look at the video, and they'll find some things, I'm sure.
Yeah, stuff that we can't see from up here.
That they'll talk about the little stuff. First give, Pino, and he's going to lose 3-4 yards back to the 16-yard line.
77. Brandon Vella.
Way to go! Brandon Vella again. A lot of those.
We've heard that name before.
I'll tell you what, right now, look at that defensive front. There's still some big dudes out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right now, there are some dudes. And when I mean dudes, I mean some big guys on our defensive front right now. And these are non-starters, people. These are people that are big dudes on the front. Wow.
And South has a pretty hefty offensive line.
They got big dudes, too.
They got big dudes.
I mean, it's hat on a hat tonight.
I mean, their center is a big boy.
Nearly 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Garcia going to give it, and they're going to lose more yardage back inside.
Good gang tackle by the yellow.
There was 10 guys within 2 yards of the ball.
That's effort right there.
The 11th guy was following a wide receiver to the far side of the field.
Because in a game like this, Trevor, it'd be really easy.
These guys get a chance. You know what, though? As you said earlier, you made the point. They practice all week. These guys go against the starters all week. They deserve a shot to play, and they are making the most of it.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not letting down. They could very easily just be like, oh, give them a first down, But no, they're out to maybe earn some bigger playing time.
Exactly. That's what it's about. So 3rd and long for South. Back inside their own 15-yard line. Garcia the snap. Going to chuck it deep. Got a man wide open, and it's going to be incomplete. No, it's going to be caught out across the 45. Their biggest play of the night.
Yeah.
Down and makes the catch. He was wide open.
Somebody blew some coverage right there. But
nice throw.
Nice throw.
Great throw by Garcia. That was right on the money for the receiver. And the biggest play of the night for Cheyenne South takes the ball out to their 47-yard lines. And I'm going to tell you what, the 47, they haven't had a sniff of midfield tonight.
Nope.
Their biggest play of the night with under 3 to go in the third quarter. Bronx up big. Garcia to Pino to cross midfield. They'll be in Bronx territory.
For the first time.
First time tonight.
And the third quarter is almost over.
2.5 minutes to go in the third. 69-0 Bronx on the range scoreboard. So, 2nd and 5 coming up for Cheyenne South. The line of scrimmage, the Bronx 48. Right now, I'm kind of rooting for the Bison, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I want them to get in the end zone. I mean, 69-0. Garcia with Pino in the backfield. Pino will get the carry. Got room over the right side. First down and more, and he'll take it inside the Bronx 35 to about the 32-yard line. Nice run. Nice blocking by that front from Cheyenne South that time. And some of these guys out there, it's only week 2. Ryan, they're getting their first live action tonight. This is the first time a lot of them have been out there for any snaps or multiple snaps for sure. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South. They have the ball spotted at the Bronx 33. Garcia going to run it himself, and he's got good yardage, and he'll pick up about 9 as he gets near the 25-yard line of the Bronx.
Second yard.
Under a minute to go now in the third quarter as the clock continues to run here in the second half of the Bronx up 69-0 on the range scoreboard. If you're watching the video web stream or maybe just tuned in, it is not a typo. It is 69-0. Wow. I think this is the most, I'm thinking, my memory's not great, but I think this is the most points I've ever seen on the Sheridan High School scoreboard by the Bronx. I mean, I've seen some 62s and some 65s and 66s, but never 69. Busted play. Garcia in trouble. He will be sacked.
He's going to lose 2.
That look, I'm not sure if it was a pass or if it was going to be one of like those draw plays, but it just didn't develop, and the pocket collapses, and that will end the third quarter. We go to the fourth on the range scoreboard. It's the Sheridan Bronx 69, Cheyenne South nothing. You're listening to the Bronx on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Thank you for along the line tonight on our video web stream. The video starting lineups of the players is a presentation of the Powderhorn Golf Community Play Where You Live. Also, our highlight video show, by the way, will be up tomorrow morning, so you can watch the video highlights of tonight's game. And by the way, my friends, there's a ton of them. The Bronx have been in the end zone a lot. Presented by the Relentless Agents, at Century 21 BHA Realty in Sheridan and Johnson County. And again, thank you to our great sponsors. Also, First Federal Bank and Trust, our pre- and post-game sponsors. And, of course, Range is our scoreboard sponsor. And a big thank you for making it happen. And, of course, our crack video team, Stephen Grant and James, getting her done tonight, bringing you all the pictures. And the broadcast is spectacular. So, third down coming up for Cheyenne South. Inside the Bronx 30. Garcia, high snap to Pino. Not a whole lot there, but he's going to have a first down, I think. He did a nice job. He got hit initially. Looks like the Bronx were going to stone him, but he got out of it. And South will have another first down to the Bronx 22-yard line.
Lots of new numbers and names in there, which is awesome.
They suit up everybody on home games, and I don't know if everybody got a chance for a snap tonight, but I'll bet you the majority of Sheridan Bronx dressed up tonight in the blue and gold, mostly gold tonight. Love that gold on gold tonight. have gotten a lot of snaps. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne South at the Sheridan Bronx 22-yard line. Again, we're just underway, fourth quarter, running clock. Bronx up 69-0. Garcia to Pino again. Bouncing to the outside, going to be shoestring tackled at about the 17, 18-yard line.
Who was that?
Number 77.
45. Ryder Dillaway in on the tackle.
Brandon Vela in there as well.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
So a gain of 4 on the play. Takes the ball to the 18-yard line of the Bronx. Again, a long way to go here in the fourth quarter, but again, the clock will not stop. In certain situations it does, but as long as we have play on the field, it will continue to run. So 2nd and 6 coming for Cheyenne South from the Sheridan 18-yard line. Garcia to Pino again. Runs left, cuts back, and will be taken down near the 16-yard line. He picks up a couple more. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Well, it's 2-down territory now for South. No matter what happens here on 3rd down, Ryan, they're going for it.
Malachi Bandy Schmidt was in on the tackle along with Ryder Dillaway again.
Love to see these young guys, because most of the time they're playing on Saturdays.
Absolutely.
In the JV games.
Yes.
But they get a chance to be under the lights tonight here at Homer Scott Stadium. And again,
lights are starting to come on.
Grant, James, Steve, our video crew. Steve is producing tonight. He's our video producer. Great work, fellas. The pictures are awesome. Thank you so much. So 3rd down coming up for South. 3rd and a long 3 from the Bronx 16. Garcia to throw.
Oh, that got
batted
tipped.
Down, incomplete. Batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Who got that?
I don't know who got a swat. I don't know if it hit his arm or if it was, I think it was swatted in the air. The folks that are watching our video tonight can watch the replay of this, but somebody definitely got a piece of it. And South is making.
Let's see, it's going to show right now.
So they're going to kick a field goal. So Anderson's going to come on, Ryan, for a 32-yard field goal attempt.
It was Brandon Vela. Got his hands up.
Batted that down. So a
great job.
So Anderson on for a 32-yard field goal attempt for Cheyenne South. They're trying to get on the scoreboard. He's a right footer, hash mark right. Kick away, plenty of distance, and it looks like he hooked it left. And he snuck it in, and Cheyenne South has scored. With 8:29 left in the ball game, a 32-yard field goal by Anderson, and South is on the board. As we continue here in the fourth quarter on the range scoreboard, it's the Sheridan Bronx 69, Cheyenne South 3. You're listening to the Bronx on KWYO, 1410 AM and 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stiefel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Get ready to kick it off. And back deep for the Bronx. Ryan, who do we got back there?
We got Chance Morris and Breck Reed.
Breck Reed and Morris back to receive this kick. So Anderson ready to boot it away. 8.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Kick away and not returnable. Bronx will have it on their own 20. So I'm assuming it'll be Ty Gilbertson coming back out? Or do we have a new quarterback? Trying to move some personnel around.
Right.
I'm looking.
I think it is tie back there, but I could be wrong.
I know Will Greer's back in there as well at a running back spot. And there's somebody else back there as well with him. I think a new number. 1st and 10 Bronx for them in their own 20. Busted play. Gilbertson will have to keep it, and he's going to lose yardage. He wanted to give that to somebody. I don't know if somebody was late or went the wrong way. But Ty just had to tuck it and eat it, and he'll lose a couple.
No, that's not Ty.
Who is that?
Blaine Phillips.
Hey, Blaine Phillips. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. It's been
Blaine Phillips running the show.
30 years ago, 30-plus years. So Blaine Phillips in there at the quarterback spot. So the threes are in there for sure. So Blaine Phillips will take the snap here. And the give.
Will Greer.
To Will Greer, bouncing the outside, not a lot of room. And he will go down and lose more yardage.
Player from South's helmet came off on the tackle, so he'll need to leave for one play.
I'm kind of thinking right now we have
a whole bunch of sophomores in the game.
It's all sophomores now, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about all of them.
So 3rd and long for this Bronx 3rd unit, we'll call them, just for lack of a better term.
Sure, but they're all playing varsity football.
Exactly. So Blaine Phillips will take snaps here. 3rd and long, back inside their own 15-yard line. And the Bronx are going to have to punt for the first time tonight.
It was a nice hit.
Will Greer got the carry. It's going to be 4th down, and the Bronx punting unit will come out to punt it away, or the Bronx is going to go for it. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Nope, I think Greer's the punter.
So, okay, let's let Will Greer punt it. So the blockers will come out. Yeah, you have certain special teams.
Yes.
So the starting special teams guys have to come out. So Greer's going to punt, but everybody else will come off the sidelines to line up. So he'll hit this from about his own 5-yard line. Return man is down him. Stands at midfield. As Will gets ready to kick this one away with 6.5 to go in the ball game. In the clock running, Bronx up huge. 69-3 on the range scoreboard. And Greer will haul it in and boot it away. And it'll be Dunham from midfield. Fumbled the football. And there's a scramble after it. Bronx football at their own 47-yard line.
I think it was Chance Morris that came up with the fumble recovery.
It was muffed by the return man. Had to come up and field that off his fingertips. And the Bronx got great coverage, Ryan. They were all over it.
Yep.
There was a whole bunch of gold jerseys right around this thing.
Yeah, the punt returner had to run up on it. And he just couldn't corral it, and Chance Morris was there to
Downham
fall
comes up on
it.
And actually, you know what? That was right in the breadbasket. He just left it on the ground.
No one forced that fumble.
No, he fielded it clean.
Yep.
I thought maybe it was a little short. No, it was right in the breadbasket, and he dropped it. 1st and 10 Bronx at their own 47. Bronx running the football, and pick up about 8 yards on the carry of that time, I believe.
Keegan Rager.
A sophomore, running back for 8 yards.
Heck of a wrestler.
Way to go, kid.
We got River Osborne, another wrestler out here playing wide out, another sophomore. Lots of young guys.
So 2nd and 2. Under 5 to go. 69-3 Bronx lead. And again, Blaine Phillips, your quarterback. And again, same play for a first down. And a little bit, I think forward progress is going to be a first down. On the carry, Rager again. He needed 2, and he got 3.
So let me ask you, Trevor. So we're seeing a whole bunch of subs for Sheridan, young kids. Is South doing the same thing to get their guys some experience, would you think?
They didn't bring a lot. I mean, for South tonight, I'm looking at the sidelines.
They don't have a lot.
The late Bert Dow used to call it the dirty 30 when you go on the road.
Okay.
So they got the dirty 30, and I think South on the same side, I think they're playing everybody as well. You look out there right now, I see a lot of new numbers. So everybody's getting snaps tonight.
Yep.
Both
Whether
sides.
you're winning or you're losing, you're getting to play football.
Exactly. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx. And not a whole lot there. On the carry that time was Will Greer. And they're going to say no gain. Second and 10 coming. 3.5 to go. Clock running. Fourth quarter. 69-3 Bronx. Again, Bronx on the road next week. They will play at Laramie. Next Friday night, 6 o'clock. We'll have it all for you. Radio and video web stream as well. Phillips ready to go again. This time, new numbers getting the ball. And a pickup of about 3 or 4.
That is Dominic Johnston.
So Dominic Johnston, a junior, getting the carry there. And the ball spotted at the 38-yard line of Cheyenne South. So we'll call it 3rd and about 7. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 coming.
Josh Freed checking into the game as a wideout. He'll be in the slot near side.
And again, clock running down. If the Bronx could get another first down, they could run the clock out. 3rd and 6. And they're not in punting area. Phillips to throw. Gets it underneath. It's going to be caught. And this is going to be a Bronx first down. It looks like close to a first down near the 32-yard line.
And I think that's another new quarterback in there.
Dominic Johnson makes the catch. Who threw that thing?
25 or 26. Either Andrew Adams or Jack Hovland. I can't make the number
I think it's
out.
Hovland.
Is it Hovland?
Well,
because I saw Blaine Phillips come off the field.
It might be Adams. He's listed as a quarterback. I couldn't tell if he's wearing 26 or 25. Hard for it is 25.
Okay, so Adams, just a sophomore.
So 4th and short, 4th and a yard for a first down. And they got the first down on the give to Rager. And that'll do it. The Bronx now can run off the clock. Jeff Mowry looks at the sidelines, and I think they're going to call for the starting lineup to go back on the field and run the victory formation. They will. The reason they do this is the starting lineup's the only team that really does the victory formation.
Gives them a chance.
They will
practice it.
They will come out, take a knee twice. Ball game will be over, and the Bronx are going to win this ball game tonight, 69-3. And it was over early. So you can go start your car and head home. Snap taken, take a knee. I think the Bronx have to do it, one more time, Ryan?
Yep.
One more time, and then handshakes are all that are left to do. But look, the victory's not a surprise. I just thought the way that the Bronx just opened up a can tonight. Offense, 3 special teams touchdowns, a pick 6 for the defense, and a whole bunch of other touchdowns.
Yeah, but and not even the starters. Second team scored,
And the third team got some first downs.
Yes.
So the ball game is over. Clock will run out now. And the Sheridan Bronx and Cheyenne South Bison will just shake hands. Coming up, Jeff Mowry will join us for the postgame show. And we want to let you know, coming up tomorrow, our highlight video show. And there's a bunch of them. They scored 69 points. You can watch it all tomorrow morning. Our very own specialist, Kevin Coyle, will have it all for you. You can watch the video highlights of the ball game tonight, presented by the Relentless Agents at Century 21, BHJ Realty in Sheridan and Johnson counties, and that'll be tomorrow at SheridanMedia.com. We'll get a break, come back with more. You're listening to The Bronx on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number 1 in a number 2 business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
Are you tired of dealing with complicated bank switches? At First Federal Bank & Trust, we understand that where you bank matters, and switching to the right bank should be a breeze. Introducing ClickSwitch, your ultimate solution to hassle-free direct deposit transfers. With ClickSwitch, we automatically move your recurring direct deposits from your old account to your new account. It's simple, safe, and takes just minutes. When you bank with First Federal, you're not just a customer, you're a valued member of the community. We take pride in living and working right alongside you, contributing to the growth of our local economy. First Federal Bank & Trust, Trust, member FDIC.
Your kids are grown and out of the house, but now your aging parents are needing some help. Does this sound familiar? Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Keeping track of medications can be confusing. Dosage, frequency, and what about that new prescription? At Hospital Pharmacy West, we'll answer your questions and help you keep it all straight. Visit your hometown pharmacist at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's Jack and Kathleen Wood from 307 Real Estate. I remember buying my first home and couldn't wait to get that honey-do list started. Jack didn't like it, but I sure did. Give us a call so we can get yours started.
Man, how come our list never matches theirs? Mine never said do dishes or laundry. I'm going to the shop. Call Kathleen and Jack at 307 Real Estate. That's 307-763-1249. And let's talk about this honey-do list. You're in heaven living in 307.
Hey, you missed a spot.
Oh, jeez.
Are you looking to buy a home in Sheridan? Well, do I have a home for you? 1007 South Main has tons of updates, including a brand new roof and 2 brand new bathrooms. Original hardwood floors have been refinished and new paint throughout this historic home. Not to mention the brand new appliances, HVAC, and plumbing. This lovely home is walking distance from historic downtown, and all for $325,000. For a showing, call me, Cassie Madden Brandel at ERA Carroll Realty at 307-575-1443.
Discover your passion and dive into exciting hobbies this fall with Sheridan College's community interest classes. Whether it's printmaking, painting, fly fishing, jazz, yoga, or more, Sheridan College offers a wide range of options to feed your curiosity. Now is the perfect time to tailor your education to your interests. Enroll online today with just a few clicks. Just go to sheridan.edu/community. Need assistance? Call one of the friendly advisors today at 307-675-0115. Sheridan College. Begin your journey.
Hey, Colton, can you believe that the school year is in full swing again?
I can't even believe that I'm not in school anymore. Time flies.
That's right. It feels even faster with upcoming activities, holidays, and more.
So how are people going to find the time to continue their real estate goals of buying and selling?
That's where we come in. This is Jill Bates with the Bates team at Best. We know how valuable your time is and work within your busy schedule to help you plan the entire process.
We also know that it's not enough to just get the job done as we seek to do the absolute best quality of work for all of our clients.
Let this be the school year where you get everything you want done and more.
Give us a call at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net.
Proudly brokered by EXP. Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Camco Federal Credit Union was established in 1971, and in the years since, we have continued to take pride in caring for our community and its financial needs. When you open an account at Camco FCU, you aren't just a customer, you're a member, a part owner. We are staffed with a team ready to assist you.
Whether it's establishing or building credit, opening a savings account, or getting the benefits of our rewards checking, join Camco Federal Credit Union and become a part owner today. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA and equal housing lender.
Discover your passion and dive into exciting hobbies this fall with Sheridan College's community interest classes. Whether it's printmaking, painting, fly fishing, jazz, yoga, or more, Sheridan College offers a wide range of options to feed your curiosity. Now is the perfect time to tailor your education to your interests. Enroll online today with just a few clicks. Just go to sheridan.edu/community. Need assistance? Call one of the friendly advisors today at 307-675-0115. Sheridan College. Begin your journey. me.
Hey, Colton, can you believe that the school year is in full swing again?
I can't even believe that I'm not in school anymore. Time flies.
That's right. It feels even faster with upcoming activities, holidays, and more.
So how are people going to find the time to continue their real estate goals of buying and selling?
That's where we come in. This is Jill Bates with the Bates team at Best. We know how valuable your time is and work within your busy schedule to help you plan the entire process.
We also know that it's not enough to just get the job done, as we seek to do the absolute best quality of work for all of our clients.
Let this be the school year where you get everything you want done and more.
Give us a call at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net.
Proudly brokered by EXP. Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Camco Federal Credit Union was established in 1971, and in the years since, we have continued to take pride in caring for our community and its financial needs. When you open an account at Camco FCU, you aren't just a customer, you're a member, a part owner. We are staffed with a team ready to assist you.
Whether it's establishing or building credit, opening a savings account, or getting the benefits of our rewards checking, join Camco Federal Credit Union and become a part owner today. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA and equal housing lender.
Dealing with bone and joint issues? Schedule a visit with Sheridan Orthopedic Associates. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons are experts in all aspects of orthopedics, focusing on sports injuries as well as joint problems from the feet, ankles, and knees to the spine and upper extremities. After all, they've been providing the area with surgical excellence and outstanding patient care for almost 50 years. Learn more about Sheridan Orthopedic Associates online at SheridanOrtho.com.
Does your outfit need refueled? Roll on into Farmers Co-op. Their large parking lot and easy access pumps make fueling up a breeze. Feeling a little hungry? While you're there, pick up a little something from the Country Store Deli. Perhaps a Polish sandwich, chicken wings, or taquitos. Top it off with chips and a cold drink, and you're good to go. Farmers Co-op, open Mondays through Fridays from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m., weekends 6 a.m. to 10. For your convenience at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
At Sunlight Federal Credit Union, we know how important convenience, time, and flexibility are for you. That's why we've joined the Co-op Shared Branching Network, which gives you access to your account at over 5,600 branches across all 50 states. That's just one more way we make Sunlight Federal Credit Union your branch for your funds, no matter what you're doing or where you're at. Join Sunlight Federal Credit Union today and start experiencing the credit union difference.
Game day fever is here. Come show your support for the Sheridan Bronx football team at McGregor Steakhouse. Stop in pregame, postgame, or during for some delicious appetizers like the signature bacon bites, Wisconsin cheese curds, or wings. Raise your game day spirits with their handcrafted cocktails. Bring your fellow Bronx supporters your loudest cheers and make McGregor Steakhouse your game day destination. McGregor Steakhouse, the family-friendly steakhouse of Sheridan, 549 Midland Road.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome to the Aftermath. Wow. Jeff Bowery, the head coach of the Bronx, joining us now. And Jeff, you and I had talked earlier in the week about this game and kind of how it might go. I think that your heavy favorites coming into the game, Cheyenne South, have been struggling, but man alive, just absolutely exploded on them from the very beginning, and I think you got to love what you saw tonight.
Yeah, I was really pleased at the beginning. Our kickoff team goes out, and Ty's been kicking off well and gets some deep touchbacks. Then our defense puts them in a 3-and-out, and then we get a special team touchdown and, a pick six. And early on, our defense and our special teams were really solid. And, we'll go back and look at the film and make sure we're reading our keys and doing everything right, but it looked good from here.
The thing about it is, and once the ball gets rolling against a team like that, they just can't stop it. And I think a lot of times that puts the team that's winning in a bad spot because, look, there's sportsmanship and there's being a good sportsman, and you want to do that, but it's tough sometimes. And this is what it was.
Yeah, you're right, Trevor. I'm on the headset talking to coaches about, we need to get reps for our ones here. We've got to continue to get better. Our goal and our purpose is not to win a Friday night tonight. We want to become the best team we want to be or become, and it takes every night of practice. So we have to go out and get better, and so we needed to get some reps with our ones. And would we have liked some more? Yes, but we tried to pull them. And then when our twos get out there and our younger kids get out there, they're excited. It's a beautiful stadium. It's the first night with the new lights and the new stadium, and they want to get their name in the paper too. And so they go out there and play as hard as they can. And you're right, Trevor. We try to say, try not to score and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're kids, and they want to go out and do their best.
The starters didn't get many snaps.
No.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what you see on the video, but I would bet that the starters didn't get, 15 plays tonight?
Yeah, our offense, I'll bet maybe 15 plays, and we'll just have to grade that and get from there. It is what it is, and we got to go get better, and we got to evaluate this film. And if they only got 15 plays, then they better made them good at 15 plays. And we played a varsity football game in Natrona last year where I think our offense only had 28 in the whole game, and they played for 4 quarters. And so we better maximize the time we have the ball and do what we can with it. Okay, let's talk about another 4A game next week on the road. I don't care where you're playing. You're going to Laramie. Yep. And that's a tough road trip. And it's 4A football again next week on the road. You're exactly right. It's a long road trip to Laramie. We just finished our first week of school. Our students are back in another week next week. And so it'll be our first road game, being in school all week. Get up early, hit the road, get down there. It's a long ways. It's a beautiful stadium, new stadium out there behind Walmart. And there's known to be a little wind out there. We're going to have to be ready for some wind. And Laramie's trying to get some momentum going. And they're a program, a coach in his 3rd year. They're trying to get some momentum going. And we just can't let it happen on our watch.
The thing about it is, after 2 weeks, you had the great win last week against a pretty good ball club from Shine Central. Get the big one tonight. But at least you can come into practice on Monday, and everything's positive, and that's big.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it will be positive. The kids are going to be excited, and they're going to be smart and make sure they're doing things right this weekend. And then, the coaches will find some plays to get better in. There's for sure. Nobody graded out at 100%. I'll guarantee that. And so we'll go in and we'll find it might be 1 or 2 plays that we'll really break down, and we'll get after it again on Monday.
Yeah, you coaches nitpick too much.
We do.
That's your job, though, right?
That's right. We'll celebrate tonight, and that's it, and we'll go back to work tomorrow.
Jeff, I'll see you in Laramie next week.
Thanks, Trevor.
You bet. Jeff Mowry, the head coach of the Sheridan Bronx, big one tonight against 69-3, your final score. That is going to wrap it up tonight on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. Again, thank you so much for joining us on the radio tonight here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM, and also for our live video web stream at SheridanMedia.com. And again, Bronx next week are on the road. They will play at Laramie next Friday night. That game will start at 6 o'clock. And again, we will be there to bring you all the action.
Classic country from the First Northern Bank Studio. 1410 AM KWYO Sheridan. Now on 106.